Guys, right now everybody is talking about, are we in a bear market or are we in a bull market? But guys, that is not the actual question. The actual question is, when are we actually getting into a bull market? Because as far as I can see right now, we have been always in a bear market. Let me explain why and how everybody is manipulating you to buy the wrong things at the wrong time. There is a specific time where if you buy, you are going to make generational wealth, but it is not always, and it actually does not come every 4 years like the traditional Bitcoin cycle. So this is going to be again another interesting episode, guys. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure that you drop a like and also smash that subscribe button. And now guys, let's get right into it.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
So guys, welcome back and thanks for joining me yet again. Right here we have the chart of Bitcoin, and I just want to let you know guys that we have some very strong resistance coming in this region around $90 to around $92,000. We also have this yellow box between $92,600 and $94,100, which is in confluence with the yearly open. So right now, if you're not aware of it, we are printing a red yearly candle, which is crazy for a post-halving year because this has never happened. All right. But anyway, that is what we are dealing with at the moment. We still have a month to go. So probably we are going to close higher, or maybe we close lower, nobody knows. But anyway, we also have another resistance box right here, which is the yellow box between $89,600 and $91,000. And also we have the confluence of these two downward sloping trend lines from these resistance zones. All right. Right now, guys, if you're looking for price action to go higher, you would want to see a double ABC, which is going to look something like this. We have wave A, and now looking for a wave B, then we look for another move up in our wave C. Otherwise, guys, the other scenario you can look out for is basically a wave A here, and then potentially a flat wave B, and then look for a wave C towards the upside. And the only reason why I expect a slight movement towards the downside into this box is because of this price action right around here. So if I go on to the 15-minute time frame, you can very clearly see that we have a 5-wave structure here, which you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though we have an overlap, this can be counted as some sort of a diagonal or something like that. And that basically means that this move down has to be a wave A or a wave 1. Now, I'm not looking for the downside right now, so that is why I'm not counting it as a wave 1. But again, you can count this structure towards the downside as a wave A, which would basically mean that we are looking for an ABC towards the downside right here, which is going to be the larger A, B, and C towards the upside, which is going to be the larger wave 4, as I have been mentioning on this channel for quite some time now. If we actually break past these two red trend lines in our wave C towards the upside, there will be a lot of retail participants who would be buying right here, the breakout trade, and then they would be getting wrecked altogether. So that is why it is very important that you practice caution while you are trading Bitcoin. And I'm not really interested in any kind of swing long setups at the moment. Neither am I interested for shorts. I am expecting a move from this support box all the way to $91,000 in my opinion, to say the least. But again, nothing is financial advice, so do not take my word for it. If you don't want to trade this, do not. But I am just letting you know what my plans are. So please make sure that you do your own research as well. Apart from that, guys, I have shared this day trading indicator inside Karoshi's private, where you can see the Monday range high and the Monday range low, and also the daily open for the day. Now, these levels are very crucial in my opinion, and usually for the entire week, these levels tend to act as a strong zone of support and resistance. So right now, if price comes back into this region, which is your Monday low sitting at $85,200, I would expect a bounce to take out these highs eventually. That is quite the likelihood in my opinion. If we have a swing failure pattern just below the Monday range low, then you are looking for a very nice scalp long setup as well, all the way trading it back to the Monday highs. All right. I have shared multiple videos on this inside Karoshi's private, and if you have joined it on WAP, you will see these videos along with all of the videos that I have recorded for Elliott wave structures and training. All right. So this is the indicator guide, how to use the indicator. And then this one right here is basically how to use the Monday ranges for day trading as well. All right. So if you are interested, the link is given in the description section below, and the discounts are expiring very soon. So make sure that you take advantage of the Black Friday deal and get access for 40% discount to Karoshi's private. All right. Moving on, guys. Now let's talk about the most important cause of concern, or basically food for thought for today. So right now, a lot of people think that we have been in a bull market, but guys, it's not really the case. When you compare the larger crypto assets against gold, you basically rule out the factor of the dollar devaluing and pushing everything up. So basically what is going on is that the dollar is devaluing, and that is why Bitcoin is going up. That is why stocks go up. That is why most of the assets that are paired against the dollar go up. If you also know one very important fact, that the price of gold does not actually go up. It's only going up because the dollar keeps on devaluing ever since 1971. So that is the entire thesis behind gold being the safe haven for a lot of people, right? Now, if you compare all of these assets that we trade, for example, S&P 500, for example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, the majors, against gold, you get a completely different picture. So first off, you see right here, this is the chart of Bitcoin against gold. So if you see right here, we are at the same levels we were back in Jan of 2024. At that time, the price of Bitcoin in dollar terms was just $40,000. So we are exactly sitting at the same point right now in terms of gold. So guys, we have really not overperformed gold at all. Key support levels are marked in the chart, which you can see right around here, these two boxes. If I see this chart going to the yellow box before going back up, so potentially a retest, if you go back up and then you retest and then you come back down, it is basically solidifying a solid downtrend against gold. All right. If you also see on this chart, when Bitcoin actually made $125,000, $126,000 all-time high against the dollar, we had a lower high in terms of gold. That was also, in my opinion, a very crucial signal as to what we were looking out for later on. But again, I missed out on this. So I'm really sorry I didn't tell you about this, but I'm telling you right now so you can be prepared for the next move up or down. All right. So if we come back into this region, the yellow box, it is going to be like buying the bear market bottom, in my opinion. And that is why I favor that price goes down even right now for Bitcoin and we go to like $77,000, $76,000, because if we do that, if we finish the impulse towards the downside, the probability of a bigger move up is going to be much higher, in my opinion. That is only going to be a trap, by the way, but it could eventually go way past $120,000, $130,000 as well, maybe even $140,000 next year, which would be a new all-time high. And that would be the actual bubble, in my opinion, as well. All right. Can bounce from here, of course, but key resistance is around 25, which is, on the Bitcoin against gold chart. The ticker of gold on TradingView is XAU, if you don't know about it. So you can use this chart on your own as well, and you can keep track of it. All right. So if you're looking for bullish price action from here, you would want Bitcoin to outperform gold and break this resistance at the level of 25. All right. Apart from that, guys, if I also talk about the Ethereum chart against gold, again, another altcoin that has been only in a bear market ever since the highs of 2021 November. And as you can see right here, this was the all-time high for Ethereum against gold. Ever since then, we have been just trading towards the downside. Even the recent highs where Ethereum almost touched the new all-time highs, this is where, we were only creating a lower high in terms of gold. All right. Now, the most interesting part here, and something that you should definitely pay attention to, is that if you bought Ethereum back in December of 2017 at just $750, which is even below the price that we went in the last bear market for Ethereum, even then you have not outperformed gold even after 8 years. That is absolutely crazy, guys, because at that time we were somewhere around here in this region for the ETH versus gold chart. So what are we doing with a risky asset like Ethereum if we are not even able to outperform gold after 8 years? This is something to think about, right? Now, key levels are marked with the circles on the chart. As you can see, we could bounce off from here as well. This is a key level, which is the 0.618 Fibonacci, trend-based Fibonacci extension from this high to this low to this high right here. And then we have two other levels as well. So potentially, if you're looking for a W, X, and Y towards the downside, you would want this move down to be a three-waver towards the downside. And that would be, again, the bear market bottom for Ethereum. And that is where you should just go all in my opinion, yet again. But again, guys, not financial advice. So do whatever you want to do. But if I talk about the chart of Solana as well against gold, which is one of the highest performing asset in this bull market, the altcoin that actually went from like $8 all the way to almost close to $300 in this cycle. Even then, guys, you can see it has not done much. Another one that has been still in a downtrend ever since the highs of 2024 March, arriving at a crucial support now, which is the 0.618, similar to what we saw on Ethereum. And then the yellow box is where I would believe that this is going to be your bear market entry, in my opinion. Now, I will keep track of these charts and I will keep you posted on X as well. So make sure that you follow me on X. Apart from that, the short-term and real-time price action updates on these charts will be shared inside Karoshi's private so that we can spot the next big move towards the upside or towards the downside, and also potential levels of resistance. As you can see right here for the chart of Solana, we might just get rejected if we come back up and retest this trend line one more time. So I think the charts against gold are going to be something that you should definitely have on your TradingView account as well. All right. But this is not the entire story, guys. The most interesting part is right here. The reason I'm looking at these charts put up against gold is because USD has been just going down, and most of the hype train we have seen so far in crypto and even TradFi, it's only because of USD losing value and not your asset gaining value. Now, the thing is, a lot of people might say that, gold has gone too far up in the recent past, and that is why, gold has been outperforming the crypto markets as well as traditional finance. But what if I talk about multi-decade timeline? So let's just dive deeper into this particular chart, which is basically S&P 500 against gold. So if you put this chart right here on the weekly time frame, you can see we are sitting at a support. And that is a very crucial level of support as well. If we would want to see a massive rally in the markets, this looks like a nice bear flag formation and we could be breaking out towards the upside. I'm not going to lie. But the actual part is, but the actual thing to consider here is that if you go back in time all the way to 1999 March, we were sitting at the exact same level. So if you bought S&P 500 back in 1999, even after 26 years, you have not been able to outperform gold. And for the majority of this duration, from around 1999 all the way to 2011, which is 12 years, you were basically underperforming gold if you were in S&P 500. And that is what these guys feed you, that you should invest in stock market to get more returns compared to gold. The thing is, it's only happening because the dollar keeps devaluing and inflation keeps rising. So even though you think that you're making more money, at the end of the day, what's going on is that you do have more dollars at hand, but the purchasing power actually keeps on going lower and lower and lower. All right. So this is something to keep in mind, in my opinion. As an investor and as a trader, after seeing all these charts, I really am introspecting myself and my own thesis as well. So I'm thinking that if I'm not able to outperform gold, what am I even doing buying all of these riskier assets? I should just buy gold, right? Maybe, guys. I don't know. I'm trying to find an answer to this particular question even right now. So all in all, what I believe right now should be my personal goal is to outperform gold with whatever I'm buying. Maybe these are stocks, maybe this is Bitcoin or altcoins or meme coins, anything basically. But if I'm not outperforming gold, then definitely I'm not doing the right thing in my opinion. So otherwise, I should just stay in gold or silver. That is something that really struck me today. And I really just wanted to share this information with you all. And I hope you enjoyed this particular information, right? Because this is something that nobody literally nobody is talking about this. All right. Now, guys, I will leave you to this question and I would want your thoughts in the comment section below as well. What do you really think about this entire thesis that I've shared with you today? All right. Apart from that, guys, if you want to trade with me, if you want to really outperform gold, while I try to do that as well, then guys, please consider joining Ksy Private. The link is given in the description section below. There's a 40% discount right now. And recently we have been absolutely killing it on the Monad ecosystem. We were able to find the early runners, as you can see right here. I will let you know which ones I actually aped. So I aped this one. This is 𝗏𝗪𝗔 at $2.3 million market cap right now. We got in on this at around $500,000-$600,000. I mentioned this yesterday as well. Then I also got into 143 yesterday. This recently hit $500,000. We got in around $250,000. And then we have the LBJ token as well, currently sitting at $400,000. This one was shared inside Ksy Private below $100,000. Then I'm also holding Gonad at $336,000. This one was also shared somewhere around $100,000 or even lower than that inside Ksy Private. Apart from the crazy long setup that I shared inside Ksy Private on the MON token itself, which has resulted in 2600% gain within a matter of just last 2 days. So if you are interested, make sure that you take advantage of 40% discount on Ksy Private. Even if you go for the monthly or the yearly option, this is the lowest that these prices have ever been or ever will be, in my opinion. So please take advantage. The link is given in the description section below. But apart from that, one more thing that I would want to suggest you is to not miss out on the Prop W Black Friday mega deal either, because you can get 5 accounts for the price of just 2 and also 100% of profit payout. The event ends on November 28th. You have to buy 2 challenge accounts and you will get up to 5 challenge accounts for absolutely free. Now, why do I always recommend getting into Prop W? Let me explain very quickly, guys. So right here you can see we provide funds, you earn profits. So basically, if you are investing your own money into future trading, if you're trying to basically leverage trade, there is a very high risk that you are going to end up getting liquidated. Now, if you're putting $10,000 and then again $10,000 and then again $10,000 and you keep on getting liquidated, the amount that you are losing keeps on adding up and up and up. right? Instead of that, what you can do is you can trade with other people's money. So if you go for the standard mode, you can start off with as low as $29 and you get a $2,000 account. If you go for the $5,000 account, it's $69 and so on. So whichever you feel like, you can basically get these accounts. And the best part about this Black Friday deal is the fact that if you go for 2 accounts right now, you are getting 5 accounts. So for example, what I have personally done is that I have gotten a $100,000 account of $999 from the pro mode, and I am going to be buying one more today, which would then give me 5 total accounts of $100,000 each. That is $500,000 in trading capital that I can use, and whatever profits I make, I am going to take that home. All right. And the cost, $2,000. So that is absolutely crazy, guys. Because guys, let me just quickly explain what it means. So I invested $2,000 into 5 accounts. All right. I got 5 accounts of 500K. Right now, my drawdown, let's just quickly check what is the drawdown. So for the first phase, max daily loss is 4%, max drawdown is 6%. And then in the second phase, which actually has absolutely a minimal profit target of 0.1%, your drawdown is 6% again. All right. So let's just say my drawdown on this account of $500,000 is 6%. That is going to be around $30,000. So I have to lose $30,000 to be able to actually lose $2,000 in this particular case, because I've only invested $2,000 and my risk appetite is $30,000 on an account size of $500,000. That is absolutely crazy, guys. All right. Now, anyway, how do you actually make profits? So on a $500,000 account, if you make 1%, that is going to give you $5,000. All right. And that is right there, your initial investment plus 2.5x back within just a few days, in my opinion, because 1%, making 1% using 5x leverage on your account size is going to be like this. You just need to know where to trade and how to trade. All right. That is why I'm getting these accounts and I'm sharing all of these trades that I personally take inside Karoshi's Private as well. So I'm documenting the entire journey. You can trade with us. And I'm also partnering with 𝗕𝗪𝗪 to set up a new Telegram channel for these people who are doing these challenges, so that you can get priority support as well if you are a member of Karoshi's Private. So if you're interested, guys, the link is given in the description section below to 𝗕𝗪𝗪 as well. Make sure that you get yourselves some funded accounts. Apart from that, guys, if I go back to the chart of Bitcoin right here, again, what I'm expecting is basically maybe we come back into this region and then we go higher. That is what I'm looking out for. And that is what my trade setup also looks like. I'm long on Ethereum and Solana at the moment. So let's just see how that goes. Yesterday, I did mention that we were short, and that short was closed at break even. We had already taken some profits. So if you want to take these leverage trades as well, if you don't want to go for 𝗕𝗪𝗪 and you want to trade on Bluefin or BTCC, one of the exchanges that I do recommend, links again in the description section below. If you want to trade there with your real money and your own funds, then guys, you can also do that using the trades and the setups shared inside Karoshi's Private. There's a ton of information that is coming right now. So it is going to be the best choice, in my opinion, at the moment, to get into a community where everybody is hustling 24/7. And even more than that, the main guy, that's me, hustling 24/7. That was everything, guys, from this episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure that you drop a like and also smash that subscribe button and ring the bell notification icon so that you can be notified whenever I put up another update. That's all, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep hustling.
Never slow up, no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.